Hey everyone, your local hero Advent here today, and this is the second video. I've come here to report that I'm going to keep moving forward with this style of video making. I have faith if I keep making the videos consistently, that I can build a proper audience now. Now moving on, Kyo no Kaiju wa Melba desu. Remember that first great episode of Tiga, the mystery, the music, and most importantly, an awesome dual monster fight that still holds up to this day. So before we talk about Melba, I just want to go over a couple things that I really liked about this episode. So first thing I'll say is, this episode, it kind of addresses a plot hole of Tiga, and that is about his type changes.
Omni, power, and speed. 3 different modes for fighting evil.
So Tiga changes his type based on a monster's traits. Power sacrifices speed, and Sky sacrifices power. And Multi isn't a jack of all trades strong enough to handle a monster specializing in one of these traits as seen in the episode. So what does Tiga do when he has to face a monster, 2 monsters with the opposite traits? Well, it turns out he just doesn't have a problem with it anyway. Tiga pretty much handles Golza and Melba in power type without much difficulty. And 2, the other thing I just want to point out is Golza having the self-preservation to run and escape is just kind of hilarious. Not many monsters in Tokusatsu know when to just cut it and run. Now on to Melba. So we know the backstory of Golza and Melba being ancient monsters who are dedicated to destroying Tiga, all according to Yuzara's prophecy. But if you recall in the final Odyssey movie, we find out that Golza is a species and they fought the ultra ancient giants. But Melba is just not seen in any of these scenes. So logically, Tsuburaya would not have a Melba suit in the year 2000, but this does make me wonder, if Golza was a species, just what was Melba? Was he a long line of ancient kaiju? Or did Tiga just do something to make a bird angry at him? Did this specific Golza befriend Melba and they became a duo? Will the teased figure arts Melba ever come out? So many questions. But for whatever reason, Golza and Melba are permanently joined at the hip. And I like that. I really like monster duos like Gigan and Megalon. But I think I can offer maybe one theory. A cursed theory that explains why these 2 monsters are joined together. And why perhaps Melba hates Tiga. Now I hope everyone has seen Ultraman Rising. And about that movie, most fans would say the main monster, Gigatron, looks very similar to Melba. And that movie is about Ken Sato raising Gigatron's baby, Emmy. So perhaps a similar event happened in Ultra Ancient Times, but it maybe took a darker turn. So my fun theory speculates that Tiga Dark, or maybe just the ancient Tiga himself, destroyed Melba's eggs, or worse, their child. Made the simple flying monster Melba join up with the forces of darkness, creating an eternal grudge against Tiga, and eventually teaming up with the Golza we see in the TV series. But of course, the creators who try in Ultraman Rising claim Gigatron was not inspired by Melba, so this is just a fun theory of mine. And that's all I have to talk about for this week. What did you guys think of Tiga Episode 1? Do you have any theories about Melba? And as usual, please suggest topics for me to talk about in the comments. And one final thing is, if you're a big fan of Ultraman, consider joining the Nebula M78 Discord server. It's a server run by me, and the link is in the description. So, until then, goodbye!